friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I wanted to revisit a video that I've done a few times over the years where I chat about if I could only use 5 makeup brands, what would they be and why? I was actually talking to my friend Linda from Glitter Fallout recently, and we were just kind of exchanging video topic ideas, things that we could just sit and kind of chat about. And I'd mentioned that I've done this sort of video idea a couple times. So her excitement to do it kind of re-invoked my excitement to do it because I haven't done this type of video in like 2 years, so I feel like it's time. I initially had like a quick answer of like what I thought I was gonna pick, and then I had to really sit and think, and I'm like, wait, no, but I need this type of product, and I need this type of product, and I can't live without this type of product. So after some hemming and hawing, I came to the conclusion that you're gonna see today. This should not be a surprise at all. Without cheating, without looking in the description box or anything like that, I want you to guess in the comments what you think my 5 brands would be if I could only use 5. I would also love to know what your 5 brands would be if you could only use 5. Now, some brands I love with my entire soul, but they just didn't quite make the cut because maybe they just didn't fill enough gaps. I feel like with this style video, I go into it trying to think of which brands give me the most variety in things that I love. Like, as much as I love Nomad Cosmetics, for instance, they really only have eyeshadow palettes. So am I really gonna take up 20% of the brands that I can use in this situation for just eyeshadow? Probably not the smartest. I'm gonna pick a brand that I love their eyeshadow, but maybe they also offer another variety of things. So I will be getting into that. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited to hear what you have to say and what your picks would have been. Maybe we have a lot in common. Maybe you picked completely different brands than me. We are gonna get into it together. Before we hop into it, I did of course film this look. It should already be on my channel by the time this video goes up. It's from my recent 2 looks video with the new Emo Adept palette. And as far as my accessories go, these earrings are from Undoubtedly Mad, and this is just an old basic choker. So without further ado, let's just hop in and chat about the 5 brands I would use if I could only use 5. So I'm thinking I will just chat about this kind of in the order that I do my makeup, and little by little we'll just start going through all 5 of the brands. I'll kind of explicitly point out when I'm entering a new brand into the mix, but we're just gonna get into it, starting with primer. And the first brand I thought of for this video was e.l.f. Cosmetics. I use e.l.f. all the time, literally all the time. I feel like I use at least one of their products in my routine every single time I do my makeup. So the first primer I picked is the Halo Glow Liquid Filter. And this isn't about the product specifically. This is just, I wanted to showcase and shout out certain products as I go through my makeup routine and kind of chat about why I picked these things. As a side note, my face today is predominantly all 5 of these brands, aside from the eyes, just because I was testing out that new Adept palette. Yeah, just as a side note, I tried to keep it to just these brands today, but I feel like I use predominantly all these brands all the time anyway, so it won't be a surprise. You've seen me play with all these products. You've seen me mix and match these brands together. This is nothing new here, but first brand is e.l.f. They have a primer that I love, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I'll use this as a primer. I use this by itself. I just love it. I also have the e.l.f. Liquid Putty Primer. I really enjoy this one as well. Just another primer to shout out from this brand. e.l.f. gives me a lot of variety, you're gonna see. And another primer shout out is gonna introduce our next brand, which is Milk Makeup. This was the other next brand that I first thought of. I was like, I have to have Milk. They have so many of my favorite things, including this primer, the Hydro Grip. This is probably my 3rd one that I've worked through, and it's getting quite low. So I love this brand. It's just so good. Moving into foundation, I have more shout outs from both e.l.f. and Milk. They have foundations that I adore, the Soft Glam from e.l.f. and the Gel Tint from Milk Makeup. I'm actually wearing the Gel Tint today. These are some of my top favorite foundations. So the fact that that worked out to pick these brands was just perfect. And introducing the 3rd brand into the mix, Rare Beauty. I feel like that is not a surprise at all. I use Rare Beauty all the time. Again, one of those brands that I feel like I use one of their products every single time I do my makeup at least. Same with Milk, all of these brands. I feel like I'm using at least one of their products in my routine. So the Skin Tint was the first thing to introduce into this lineup that introduces this brand. This is actually getting kind of low. I should probably work on finishing this. It's almost gone. Moving into concealers, more shout outs from e.l.f. and Milk Makeup. They have great concealers. I love the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer specifically. I also love this Future Fluid from Milk Makeup. Both great concealers, fantastic. I'm wearing the e.l.f. one today. So good. Rare Beauty also has a concealer that I love. I just do not have any more at this moment, but they do have a really good concealer. They also have a really good primer. I just don't own that one in this moment either. Moving on to bronzer slash contour, I have the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Contour. I've been using this nonstop lately. I'm trying to finish it. The packaging is quite messy, but it is a great product. I also have two specifically from Rare Beauty, the new liquid contour and also the bronzer stick. I love these. They're beautiful. They blend so nicely. I feel like I have good variety. I believe Milk also has like a liquid contoury product. I just don't really prefer that one if I'm being honest. And I guess I don't have any powder bronzers from these brands, but you know, in this fantasy scenario, I think I could get away with not, and I'm sure e.l.f. makes a powder bronzer. I just don't own it. And maybe one of the other brands I haven't gotten to yet has one as well, and I just haven't gotten to it. But all that to say is I already have three that I love that fit into these brands categories. Moving on to setting powder, I would be completely content only using the e.l.f. Halo Glow Loose Setting Powder forever. They also have a pressed version now that I have not tried yet, but I plan to at some point. I love this setting powder. I use it all the time. It is just so good. It has a soft glow to it. I have it under my eyes and in like my T-zone today. It's just so pretty. It's by far my favorite setting powder. So this was honestly a big reason why I chose e.l.f. as well. Like they have a lot of favorites from me, but that was one of the big ones. In keeping with setting powder, but introducing a new brand, Nomad Cosmetics was just a must-have. I feel like I've talked about Melt in every variation of this video that I've done over the years. I just can't live without this brand. They have such great products that I will get into more of as we go down the road, but this like glowy pressed setting powder is perfect. I have this on like the perimeters of my face because I do like a glowy finishing powder for the rest of my face. Not under my eyes per se, but everywhere else. So pretty. And this was just kind of a bonus product from Melt. When I was picking out brands for this video, I was like, oh wait, I love this powder too, so perfect. Moving on to blush, I actually have a very content amount of blush with these different brands. Like I have cream blushes from Nomad Cosmetics that are absolutely stunning. They just have great pigmentation, great blendability. I've worn these so many times. I also have liquid blushes from Rare Beauty. I have so many shades of this and I love them dearly. So good. They are so, like a little goes a long way with these. Like one dot will do ya. It blends great. Such a good color variety. Still kind of in the cream and liquid realm, but the new bouncy blushes from Rare Beauty, I've really been into. I'm wearing this one today. Actually happy with something else topped over it. So gorgeous, so beautiful. This has such a great buildability and blendability, so soft and easy to work with. Like this is gonna become a fast favorite for sure. And then on the powder side of things, I also have the luminous powder blushes from Rare Beauty that are basically my entire soul. Like these are some of my favorite blushes I've ever worked with in my life. They are so glowy and so beautiful. I cannot get enough. I also have glowy blushes from Melt as well. Like I have the blush duo. This one's in the shade Buzzkill, so highlighty glowy. And this one's technically a highlighter. This is the Digital Dust highlighter in the shade Genesis, but I personally use this as like a glowy blush toppery situation. That's what I have on my cheeks today over top of that Happy Bouncy blush. It is just so good. And now introducing the fifth and final brand, Blend Bunny. First with the Celestial Cheek Glaze. This is kind of like a blushy, highlightery, blush toppery situation. It is so gorgeous, so glowy and beautiful. I want more shades in this formula. Stat, it is incredible. Like I would be more than content to use this on a daily basis. Blend Bunny's also come out with countless palettes. These are just a couple of them. Like we have the lunar eclipse and then the solar eclipse. So pretty. They also have like the juicy cheeks, the bare cheeks. Such good blushes. I have no shortage of blushes when it comes to the lineup that I have. And like, I'm sure Milk Makeup has blushes. Actually, I think they have liquid blushes, but again, they weren't my favorite formula. And e.l.f. definitely has blushes. I just don't have any on hand, but I would have more than enough blush. And honestly, with just like Melt, Rare Beauty, and Blend Bunny, my cheeks are set. We are good. Moving into highlighter, Rare Beauty has some of my favorite liquid highlighters. I'm very picky about liquid highlighter. I feel like sometimes it just doesn't have enough impact or it moves my makeup around. These are perfect. I'm actually wearing Enlighten today, kind of layered underneath my blush. So pretty. And also Blend Bunny's Noctilucent highlighter palette, which I'm pretty sure got discontinued, unfortunately, but this is incredible. Like, I'd be more than content to have just this. Alongside of like eyeshadows, I do tend to use eyeshadow as highlighter as well. And in the palettes I'll be talking about, and the brands I'll be talking about, I'd have plenty. but so, so pretty. Again, brands like e.l.f. have plenty of highlighters as well. I know Rare Beauty even has like little highlighters that are in this packaging. Unfortunately, mine broke when they arrived, so I didn't really get to spend much time with them. But again, so much variety that I have going on. Next would be fake freckles, and I'm fairly certain none of these brands have specifically a fake freckle product, but I wasn't really willing to give up one of these brands to have like Freck or Nabla or something like that. And Freck has things that I really like, but I just couldn't boot one of these brands for Freck just to have like a specific freckle product. In this universe, I would just be using like a brow pen or a liner or something like that to do the fake freckle nonsense. And then last for complexion specifically are setting sprays. I have two that I really enjoy from Milk Makeup and Rare Beauty. Honestly, Milk Makeup has my #1 favorite. The Hydro Grip setting spray is just so good, but the Rare Beauty one also is wonderful. And again, e.l.f. definitely has setting sprays. Like, again, I'm set. I have plenty. Set literally. Set literally. Moving on to brows, my favorite brow gel of all time is the Milk Makeup Kush Fiber Brow Gel. This is just so good. I use it every single day. It's been my absolute favorite since I discovered it last year. Have not touched another brow product since. It's just so good. Normally, the brow pen that I use is one from NYX, and NYX is not one of the ones that I featured in this video. They almost made the cut, but didn't quite make it. So in this case, I would just be, you know, experimenting with Rare Beauty's brow pencils. I'm pretty sure I've used one from them before that was fine. I'm sure Milk Makeup has some. I'm sure e.l.f. has some. So I don't have like an exact one right now to show you, but I know without a shadow of a doubt that I would be fine. That's the least of my concerns. Moving into eyes, first and foremost, I do have an eye primer that I love from Milk Makeup. This is the Hydro Grip Eye Primer. It's so good. It's wonderful. I'd be content having only this one. And again, I think Rare Beauty might have one. I don't think I've tried it though. And I'm pretty sure e.l.f. probably has some as well that I have not tried either, but I know for a fact I have this one that I'd be content with. I mean, more than content with. It's one of my favorite eye primers. We talked about Melt as one of the brands earlier, and partially because of palettes, but also partially because of lips, which I will get to later. But like the She's in Parties is so good. This Plummy Magic. Also the Gemini, she's an icon, one of my top favorite palettes in the entire world. The Mary Jane Perfect Smoky Cool Tone, so good. I have even more Melt palettes on my shelf back here. I just wanted to shout out a couple, but Melt palettes are just a must-have for me. Like, I just love them. I love the color stories. They're so grungy and so cool and so wonderful. And just the fact that I have these really cool palettes from Melt, plus lip products that I'm gonna get into, plus some complexion things, it was just a no-brainer for me. And also Blend Bunny really came through with the eyes. I feel like Blend Bunny was just such an obvious choice of a pick to really satisfy all of my eyeshadow needs, because they've come out with quite the selection of eyeshadows at this point. I'm not typically one to go for these giant palettes, like the Ellis palette, for instance, that they came out with. It's literally a table. But if I only can use 5 brands, Blend Bunny would be one to go for, because they have every color. Every color. Some favorites that I just wanted to shout out are the Longing. Like, this is such a good, just dusty, muted color story. Such beautiful shimmer shadows. Like this and this could easily be face highlighters for me too. Love a Dual Purpose. The Lure is one of my top favorites from the brand as well. Just so good. So many beautiful splashes of color. Blend Bunny has one of my favorite eyeshadow formulas of all time. So the idea of just not having them would hurt me. And then the Machina, this is just such a beautiful one. Like, such a fun, chaotic, unique color story. I love so much. Sticking with eyes, if I need an eyeliner, like a liquid liner, Rare Beauty just has it for me. I just love this liner so much. It's so black, the point is so good. I feel like it swipes on beautifully. I love this liner. Blend Bunny also has a gel liner that I really enjoy as well if I want to really smoke out the lower lash line. It's so good. I do have a little bit of a hole in my collection with eyeliner pencils within these brands, but I haven't actively collected a lot of eye pencils from these brands. Like, I know from Milk, I definitely have a black, brown, and a blue. And from Rare Beauty, I don't have it with me, but I have a black, a brown, and like a burgundy. I could get by with only using these for quite a while. Like, I could be content using really just a black. I do love fun, funky eye pencils. And in this parallel universe, I would have to, you know, venture in, see what eye pencils like e.l.f. has, for instance. I'm pretty sure Melt might have some that I'm just not aware of, that I haven't tried. So maybe I wouldn't have the same selection of like vibrant eye pencils as I currently do, but I feel like I could still get by. As far as like picking and choosing to make it work for 5 brands, that would be one that I'd be willing to kind of ease up on a little bit. And then for mascara, I only have this one on hand that would work within these 5 brands, but the Milk Makeup Kush Waterproof is so good. I like the regular Kush. I like the Rise from Milk Makeup. Rare Beauty's mascara is really nice as well. e.l.f. has a lash extender mascara that I enjoy too. I again have no shortage of mascaras. I've tried a few throughout these brands that I really enjoy, but this is the one I currently have on hand and I love it. It's so nice. And I think that kind of clears it up for eyes. I'd be pretty content with that. And again, like brands like e.l.f. have, you know, single shadows, liquid shadows, things like that. I know Rare Beauty has some eye related things as well. I know Milk Makeup has like, I think shadow sticks or shadow crayons or something like that. Maybe those wouldn't be my first choice, but I have options, plenty of options. But moving into lips, I guess first for lip pencils, some of my top favorite lip pencils are honestly the ones from Melt Cosmetics and Rare Beauty. I use these literally all the time. I just think they're so good, very pigmented and blendable and creamy, and the colors are so good. So between just these 2 brands, I'd be happy. Again, I'm sure e.l.f. has also plenty that I could venture into in this new world where I'm only using 5 brands, but these ones have me content for now. Milk Makeup has a few that I really enjoy, like this lip oil is really nice. The lip oil glosses are beautiful. I'm wearing this purpley one Adventure today over my lipstick. These are just very nice, nourishing, glossy vibes. Blend Bunny also has a couple things that I really enjoy. Like I really like their lip oils as well. I feel like I use these a lot in the summertime, specifically if I'm like out and about or at a theme park or something. These are gonna get lower and lower. Like they already have quite the dent in them. And I also love Blend Bunny's liquid lipsticks. Actually, speaking of Blend Bunny and lips, they also have lip pencils. They don't make these anymore, but I have them, so I count that. These are some of my favorite pencils ever as well. So 3 brands have great lip pencil formulas out of this selection for me. But also with the liquid lipsticks, they have really fun colors. They don't have a huge range of these. I think they're like discontinuing these. I think they only came out with 6 or 7 shades, but I love these 6 or 7 shades. I love Rare Beauty's like bullet lipsticks. I think they are so good. This one has clearly been used quite a lot, but really great, just classic neutral colors, a couple reds in the mix as well. Very creamy, very comfortable. They also make like lip oil gloss type things as well. They have a few other lip type products, but these ones are my favorite specifically. And Melt Cosmetics, I love their bullet lipsticks. They have so many cool, fun, unique colors that would really give me more variety outside of what I've already talked about. They have a couple really cool glosses that I don't think exist anymore, but I still have in my collection. And also their liquid lipsticks are my favorite liquid lipstick formula ever. And also they discontinued these. They don't make these anymore, unfortunately, but I still had to, you know, include it because in this world I still own these. I'm not starting from scratch. I'm just basically getting rid of everything else. And not that I'd want to do that, but I would be plenty satisfied. And honestly, between like Rare Beauty and Milk Makeup having like complexion brushes, I know e.l.f. carries a good variety of brushes. Blend Bunny has great eyeshadow brushes. I'd even be set with the brush game as well, I think. Oh, also lashes. Blend Bunny makes some great lashes. I'm sure e.l.f. sells lashes. Melt Cosmetics might sell lashes. I'm actually not so sure about that, but I'm not a big lash person now anyways. But moral of the story is, I think between everything I've talked about, I would have plenty. But yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on just the brands that I picked. Would you have picked similar brands? Would you have picked something else? And this isn't to say that I wouldn't be sad to lose every other brand, but these 5 would get me going for quite a while. I feel like I'd have no shortage of things to play with, and that really is a testament to brands have a lot of stuff. We don't need every single thing that's out there. We could definitely like stand to look inward a little bit and really decide like, what are our top favorites? What do we not need more of? And there were some brands that almost made the cut, like NYX almost made the cut. I have quite a few complexion-y things I love from them, like the whole butter line. I love their butter glosses. so many good NYX things. Black Moon almost made the cut because their lips are so cool, but I just felt like I got a little bit more variety with Melt for my favorites. Beaute Bar almost made the cut as well. I actually booted them for Melt when I realized I was gonna have a shortage of lip products if I didn't include Melt, but Beaute Bar almost made the cut because I love their eyeshadows and their highlighters have been so good. But again, I just don't have as much variety with them as I do with some other brands. Even Glaminatrix I considered for a second because I just love their liquid blushes so much, but I couldn't keep them simply just because of the liquid blushes. But this was a really fun video. I feel like this is fun to do every once in a while, just to sit down, really reflect and think on what is a must-have, like what is a non-negotiable. And that's kind of what this came down to. Like I have so many brands in my collection that have things that I absolutely love, but all 5 of these brands just carried things that were absolute non-negotiables for this video. So that's kind of how I ended up here. But I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you think of these brands? Which 5 brands would you have picked? I would love to know why. Let's chat in the comments down below. If you made it to the end of this video, leave 5 emojis. If you could only use 5 emojis forever, leave those 5. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can follow me over on Instagram. I'm BATTYBEAN over there. And also, if you want to, you can subscribe. I'm posting most days over here, and a link to my second channel is in my description box if you want to hop over for additional content. And also in my description box is a link to my channel memberships. There's a couple different tiers with a couple different perks, and I would love to have you. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep watching, I'll pop a similar video on the screen. And I thank you so much for being here, and I will catch you in the next one.